On the 80th anniversary of the creation of the Świętokrzyska Brigade of the National Armed Forces, the Institute of National Remembrance and the Museum of the Cursed Soldiers organized a scientific conference that shows the actions of the Polish independence underground on the example of this unit, which defending Poland fought both the Germans and the Soviets. During World War II, this formation took credit for conquering the concentration camp in Hohenstein or Holiszów, where among other things, women were rescued, especially a group of Jewish women who the crew was about to murder. Many members of the Świętokrzyska Brigade suffered repression at the hands of the puppet authorities that Stalin's regime embedded it in Poland. This is the former prison on Rakowiecka Street in Warsaw, a horrible communist execution house where soldiers of the independence underground were imprisoned, tortured, and murdered. It seems that the current authorities are reluctant to commemorate soldiers who fought for Poland's freedom. Mrs. Dziemianowicz-Bąk, the new minister, has forbidden the celebration of this anniversary, and the Institute of National Remembrance is there to tell the truth about Polish history, Poles in the 20th century. All indications point out to the current government, who is not comfortable with showing the history of our country, along with its greatest heroes. Recently, Rotmistrz Witold Pilecki, Father Maximilian Kolbe, or the Blessed Olma family have all disappeared from the exhibition at the World War II Museum in Gdańsk. The World War II Museum, in this latest edition, is giving a signal through its management that it is not interested in upholding these Polish icons. The Institute of National Remembrance has been doing research for a quarter of a century, restoring facts that the communists wanted to extinguish and searching for heroes murdered during the Stalinist era. There is no support from the current authorities. On the one hand, we are affected by budget cuts of about 70 million zloty, so the budget of the Institute of National Remembrance is lower. On the other hand, we are also affected by the increased inspections of state institutions, while we continue to persist, speak, and will continue to speak the truth about Polish history. There are many indications that the current government is all about building a new approach to our past, without Polish identity and heroes. If we remove the victims, and we are talking about the victims of German and Soviet barbarism, then there is no need to talk about the perpetrators. This is the kind of element that is connected to each other very clearly. The Institute of National Remembrance is engaged in removing monuments that promote communism. More than 40 of them have already been demolished across Poland. Meanwhile, today the new government halted the construction of a monument of the Battle of Warsaw in 1920 in the capital, officially due to objections from the local community, the symbol of history, which as all indications point to, the new government wants to create, is the monument in Ossów, promoted by former President Bronisław Komorowski to honor the Red Army soldiers who died during the Polish-Soviet War in 1920. Radosław Jankiewicz, TV Republika.